I'm glad that I rebelled to be somebody and did not follow the crowd. That is the reason I could get into modeling and acting without having a godfather in the industry. I did take a lot of wrong decisions along the way.
There is a very bad image of like Bollywood and all entertainment industry in India, right? How was your journey of like convincing your parents?
I did not tell my parents in the beginning. I just enrolled myself in one of the modeling agencies here in Delhi. My parents have been very supportive. It was shocking for me because I know how it is when you come from a small town like Agra. The way I got into Ye Pyar Nahi To Kya itself was magical, I would say. One fine day somebody calls me and says, "We like this picture of yours and we want to take you in our show." I thought this is some kind of a joke क्योंकि मैंने अभी तक ऑडिशन भी नहीं दिया है. एक पिक्चर के लिए मेन स्ट्रीम सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट के प्राइम टाइम शो के लिए कोई मुझे कैसे सिलेक्ट करेगा. Then they were like, "This is Anushka. Anushka is like my character's name." I still had to give the audition. It wasn't the best audition that I had given. I was like, अब तो मैं reject हो जाऊंगी, but I still made it. You will be rejected almost every day, and like I said, एक दिन होगा जो वो सारे rejections को cover up कर देगा. I really hated making reels sitting in front of the phone and talking. I was not about making reels. I mean, if somebody can hold the phone for me and can ask me, I love the camera. But sitting alone in a room in front of your phone and just talking, I never really enjoyed it. But I know how important it is in today's generation. Without reels, even if your product is like top notch, it's not going to reach people. Bombay is like packed with talent. हर दिन इतने सारे एक्टर्स और मॉडल्स आते हैं. कोई ऐसे ना उसका एक सेट रूल या फॉर्मूला नहीं है टू क्रैक समथिंग. आई थिंक इट इज जस्ट फोकस एंड परसिस्टेंस. एंड इफ यू बैडली वांट समथिंग इट विल हैपन. आई बिलीव इन द पावर ऑफ यूनिवर्स टू बी वेरी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. आई फील कि अगर किसी के मदर या फादर have achieved a certain degree of success, has been a superstar, वो अपने बच्चों को चांस क्यों नहीं देंगे? A businessman would do it, so would an actor. So yes, one thing is they do get first hand advantage only because they come from a background जो कि already established है. But over the years people have realized कि वो बहुत short lived advantage है. अगर आप में talent नहीं है और अगर लोग आपको accept नहीं कर रहे हैं ना, even that big name that is attached to your name won't help. जब से ये OTT आया है, so many people have got the chance. Or not all of them belong to a media family or a very established or a fancy family that way.
In this episode of Beyond the Script, I sat down with someone whose story truly inspired me, Palak Jain. You maybe know her from the serial Ye Pyar Nahi To Kya Hai. But today, we are going to talk about another chapter of her life, which is filled with heart and purpose. Palak walked away from the world of entertainment to start something really meaningful. India's first vegan pet care brand, Paws for Greens. As an animal and pet lover, she saw a gap in the way we care for our pets, and she decided to make a difference. In this conversation, we talked about her journey, her childhood, her struggles, her acting career, and the courage to leave it all behind to start following her passion. Palak also shared the challenges she faced in building a better world for the animals. This episode is really close to my heart, and I hope you will get inspired to start following your passion, no matter how uncertain the road might be. Tune into the episode and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hi Palak, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we are glad to have you. Like, we have seen you too much on the TV. I have remembered, like, yesterday I was talking with my teammate, like, Palak is coming tomorrow. And they were saying, who is Palak? Like, I said, like, have you seen that TV serial? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. So they said, yeah, we have seen that. Okay. So, I mean, definitely, everyone knows about you. Everyone knows Palak. But nobody knows who is the real Palak. Behind the Palak, everyone have seen that. So, take us through your childhood, from where it started. Like, how was your really childhood went? How was your parents were? And how it reflected in your adult career and after that?
All right. So, first of all, a lot of people who know me, they know I'm from Agra.
Yeah.
So, first things first, I'm from Agra, born in Agra. I've studied, done my school from Agra. And I've had a very, I would call a very perfect childhood because I used to stay with my grandparents, my parents. It was a joint family, like my chacha, chachi, my cousin, everybody in the same house. And as a child, I was a very sincere child, even at school. I was like a teacher's pet, you can call. I won't say I was like super intelligent or something, but above average, mostly into extracurriculars. I always had this thing about, participating into debates and all that stuff. So, also, as I grew up, I realized I'm a very rebellious child, which was not quite reflected when I was young. जब छोटे थे तो मम्मी पापा की सारी बातें माननी है, but when I became a teenager, I kind of became a rebellious teenager. And that sort of reflects in my decisions today also. This is what I realized very later in stage, कि अगर किसी ने बोल दिया ये करना है, और if somebody is like imposing something on me, I would definitely not do it. So I was not like this when I was young, because I had kind of a perfect childhood. School, ghar, mama, papa. Like papa comes from a service background. He's retired now. He was in bank. Mama housewife, ghar pe dada dadi. So like a perfect middle class environment I got. But when I grew up, I kind of became a very rebellious person that way. Ki I want to own my decisions, something like that. So, so growing up, this is one thing that I realized, that even if I do something wrong, I need to own it. I don't want to be imposed with something. अगर कोई मुझे ना बोल रहा है कि ऐसे ही करना है, तो मैं I will not do it. There will be something stuck in my head that no, I don't want to do it that way. And I did take a lot of wrong decisions along the way during my journey. But I own each one of them. And I am glad that, obviously when you're a teenager, you're not mature enough to understand and take your decisions. But now that I am at a certain age, I'm glad that I rebelled to be somebody and did not follow the crowd. That is the reason I could get into modeling and acting without having a godfather in the industry. Yeah. I just did it because I wanted to do it. And same is the case with starting my own business. I just did not want to follow the crowd and wanted to take my own decisions.
Got it, definitely. So you have told about your childhood, like how it went and all. I would little, I just want to know a little more about your parents. Like how were they? Because you were choosing a very different category, right?
Yeah.
Because when I remember, like when I told my parents I'm going to do entrepreneurship, they were just say like, what is it? Like, what is a startup? They, to be honest, they don't know. Okay. But it is still like, they know like what is a business and all, so they know ki okay kar lega and all. But in your case, it's pretty different, right? Yeah. Parents really are rebellious into this category. Like they really do not want their child to go into the entertainment industry and don't want to indulge in any activities like acting and all, because there is a very bad image of like Bollywood and all entertainment industry in India, right? So how was your journey of like convincing your parents, or maybe how are they towards you?
So firstly, it all started when I was doing my post-graduation from Pearl Academy of Fashion.
Okay.
So it's a fashion college in Delhi. I was not into a fashion course. It was more of a management course for me. Okay. But it is a fashion college and quite a fancy one. Yeah. So I had friends who were pursuing fashion degree. And वहाँ पर क्या होता था, when they had to complete their assignment, they used to take me as a model there. And then I realized I'm good with the camera. I mean, I liked my pictures. I liked seeing my pictures. Right. That is where that seed was planted कि यार कुछ तो करना है अब. तो ये college से थोड़ा सा कीड़ा आया था मेरे को. And then what I did not tell my parents in the beginning. I just enrolled myself in one of the modeling agencies here in Delhi. Okay. And later when I started getting assignments, I knew कहीं ना कहीं तो photo दिख जाएगी, तो I have to tell them. Sure. To be very honest, my parents have been very supportive. Okay. It was shocking for me because I know how it is when you come from a small town like Agra and you are born and brought up in a middle class family where your father is into service, and there's a certain kind of closed environment that you are in. But when I told them that this is what I want to do, they were not very against it.
Okay.
Obviously they had their own questions because there is a certain line that you're not supposed to cross.
Right.
वो सबके अपने अपने दायरे होते हैं, हर एक फैमिली के, हर एक इंडिविजुअल के.
Right.
You're not supposed to cross that. उनको वो concerns थे, but otherwise they were pretty much okay with it, and they were quite happy to see when my first assignment was with Fab India.
Okay.
It was like a sari shoot with Fab India, which is like उससे अच्छा क्या एक newcomer के लिए हो सकता है.
Right.
My parents were extremely happy to see me draped in a sari for such a great brand.
Right. Right.
So, and जब newspaper में photo दिखता है या कुछ भी, तो they used to click and send it to the relatives कि हमारी बेटी तो newspaper में आई है.
Right.
That way it was really nice. Although as a child, they were very protective,
Okay.
especially my mother. Like जो school trips वगैरह होते थे वो नहीं भेजती थी मेरे को. उनको लगता था कि 4-5 दिन हमसे अलग कैसे रहेगी.
Okay.
And how will she manage things on her own. I did get a very closed environment that way, but like I told you, once I became a teenager and started rebelling, I did what I have to do, and eventually the parents were on my side, and they have always been. Even now, they have always encouraged me to do whatever I want, and literally उनकी एक baseline ये होती है, जो करना है करो, बस खुश रहना. That is what they say. Like अभी भी यही बोलते हैं वो मुझे.
I mean, amazing.
Yes.
That's the best part, right? Like starting from a very tier 2 city and just going into the flow, getting your first break and all. What I think, like as you said, like you got your first break and you just got enrolled into like a modeling agency before telling your parents. I think whoever started into this category or maybe something different out there, they have to first prove themselves, right?
Yeah.
Before just taking any step. Like, I just want to do this. Don't do just anyway, but just take some steps, like prove yourself to other people, like your parent, first of all. Not other people, but your parent, first of all. And you have done that. So that's pretty amazing. Now, you have done a shoot with Saif Ali Khan, right?
Yeah.
So that was a Fab India one, or that was a different? Can you share that?
That's the brand which I think Saif Ali's company or Saif Ali Khan himself owns. It is called House of Patauti.
Okay.
So it is Saif's brand only. So yeah.
So how was the experience with shooting with Saif? Like,
it was pretty amazing, to be very honest. Saif was a little late because of for obvious reasons. He must be shooting somewhere else. And when we actually started shooting, the way he was talking, it was like just a normal conversation. I had like goosebumps because he's such a big star,
right,
and all that. But he was just asking me about my life, about what all I did, about my TV show. He was just conversing like, as if I know him like since ages.
Right.
Very grounded.
Right.
And I had a pretty great time shooting with him. Like I was really hesitant in the beginning. I was nervous कि यार Saif आएंगे, so how will it be?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to be or something like that?
Yeah.
But he made it pretty easy that way.
Okay,
It was really nice. Yeah.
I mean, what I have seen in my life till now, like the bigger people they become more humble, right?
I think that's how you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's a key of life to become successful,
Yes.
right? There's one of the part, right? Okay, everyone have seen you into the serial ये प्यार नहीं तो क्या है.
Yeah.
Tell us about that experience. Like, how was like become the mainstream girl of silver screen, right?
Yeah.
So tell you about your experience.
Okay, so the way I got into Ye Pyar Nahi To Kya itself was magical, I would say. I was in Bombay giving like endless auditions,
Right.
getting rejected because that is what auditions are all about.
Right.
You give 100 and probably you get selected in one.
Right.
And you line up for auditions. There are 100 other models and actors.
Right.
That is what was happening for almost, I would say, 7-8 months.
Okay.
And I was just doing it consistently. I was like, I'm with a modeling agency. They give me the details of the auditions. I go for the auditions. Mostly it doesn't happen. But then, the key is to not give up. Because there is one, बस एक ही दिन होता है जब कुछ हो जाता है बस.
Yeah.
And ये प्यार नहीं तो क्या है मुझे कैसे मिला था? Auditions तो चल ही रहे थे जो भी चल रहे थे. I did not initially did not give the audition for ये प्यार नहीं तो क्या है. It was December and I came back to Agra for holidays कि New Year है, Christmas है, Bombay में क्या करेंगे. And one fine day somebody calls me and says we like this picture of yours and we want to take you in our show. I thought this is some kind of a joke क्योंकि मैंने अभी तक audition भी नहीं दिया है. एक पिक्चर के लिए मेन स्ट्रीम सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट के प्राइम टाइम शो के लिए कोई मुझे कैसे सेलेक्ट करेगा. I said I took it very lightly. I was like कि ठीक है, I'll come back to Mumbai after 10 days. तब बात करते हैं. I went back after a week or 10 days. I had a meeting. They looked at one of my pictures and I even posted on LinkedIn and it's a true story actually. It was a very normal picture. It's not even a fancy photo shoot thing. It is like a normal suit में ऐसी एक picture है जो again किसी Fab India का professional shoot नहीं था. It was a side hustle or something. तो उसके लिए मैंने shoot किया था and they were like, this is Anushka. Anushka is like my character's name. So I'm like, I was speechless कि इस फोटो को देख के how can you just decide this is your Anushka? Right. So the creative director of the show is telling me that we looked at this picture and I had a, you know, when they design a character, when anybody designs a character, you have a picture in your mind, a vague picture कि हमारा character ऐसा दिखना चाहिए या ऐसा होना चाहिए. So he was like, this is exactly how my character looks. I still had to give the audition. It wasn't the best audition that I had given, to be very honest. It was okay. I was not too happy with it. I was like, अब तो मैं reject हो जाऊंगी. इतना खराब audition मैंने दिया है. But I still made it only because of that picture, because that picture fitted into the character that somebody had imagined. Right. So that way it was quite magical. And you know, last day तक मैं उनसे पूछती रही थी कि because so this entire shoot of ये प्यार नहीं तो क्या had to happen in Greater Noida. So again I had to pack up my things in Mumbai and shift, like move back to Greater Noida. तो मैं last day तक उनसे पूछती रही थी, भाई मैं अपना सामान पैक करूँ कि नहीं करूँ? Did I really get the show? Right. So they were like, here are your tickets. You are going back to Greater Noida. Please pack up your things. And I was like, yeah, okay. So that it was quite as if the universe wanted me to get the show.
I mean, that's pretty inspiring, and I think you are the perfect material for the startup industry also, because you faced 100 rejection and then you got another one, right? So in the startup is also the same thing. You will got like 100 rejection every day.
Yeah.
Every day,
absolutely.
like from customers, from somebody partners, some investors and all. But there will be one person who will definitely bet on you, and you will go ahead with them. It's pretty interesting. So if you want to give one advice to the newcomers or anybody who want to get into the entertainment industry, what it would be?
To be honest, it would be persistent. You have to. You will be rejected almost every day, and like I said, एक दिन होगा जो वो सारे rejections को cover up कर देगा.
Right.
If you have it in you, if you really badly want to be an actor, see, Bombay is like packed with talent.
Right.
हर दिन इतने सारे actors और models आते हैं. Like amazing talent, very good looking people. Mix of everything, good looking, good talent, good everything. But I don't know, कोई ऐसे ना उसका एक set rule या formula नहीं है to crack something. I think it is just focus and persistence. And if you badly want something, it will happen. That is what I've realized over time कि कुछ पागलों की तरह चाहिए होता है ना, फिर वो मिल जाता है, because I believe in the power of universe, to be very, very honest. You don't have to like sit and think about the power of the universe every day. It is in your subconscious. कि यार ये तो करना ही है. There is no plan B. When there is no plan B and only plan A, things just happen. But then you have to have that thing in you कि यार there are low days, लगते यार क्यों नहीं हो रहा crack, मतलब यहाँ तक आ गए हैं आप, shortlist हो गए हो, आप top 5 में आ गए हो, and then somebody else gets the part. So yeah, I think how you handle that rejection is the key.
One of the key things that you mentioned in the starting of the podcast, that you did not have any godfather, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was a lot of talk about nepotism into the early days, right? Like, not in early days, but a few year back, right? So, what's your perspective in that? Like, do they really get the early advantage or kind of a leverage from the outside comers? Or, I mean, the industry is now overcoming the nepotism era. So what's your perspective on that?
See, I feel nepotism. What is exactly nepotism? See, my
Okay.
take is very different on it. I feel कि अगर किसी के mother या father have achieved a certain degree of success,
Right.
has been a superstar, वो अपने बच्चों को chance क्यों नहीं देंगे?
बिल्कुल.
मतलब a businessman would do it.
Right.
So would an actor.
Right.
Like अगर किसी का father या mother has always crossed that line and has become a superstar, they would want their kid to be into that industry. अगर उनके बच्चे को भी acting करनी है तो.
Right.
So yes, one thing is they do get first hand advantage only because they come from a background जो कि already established है.
Right.
वो advantage definitely है. But over the years people have realized कि वो बहुत short lived advantage है. अगर आप में talent नहीं है और अगर लोग आपको accept नहीं कर रहे हैं ना, even that big name that is attached to your name won't help.
Right.
There have been actors जो मतलब star kids हैं, but since people have not accepted them in whatever way, they have not been able to get, like, after 2-3 movies they have not really done well. कुछ नहीं हो पाया उनका, because now people are recognizing talent also. They're not just accepting anyone and everybody, and there are so many new people who do not come from such fancy families. जब से ये what you call OTT आया है,
Right.
so many people have got the chance.
Right.
Or not all of them belong to a very a media family or a
Right.
very established or a fancy family that way.
Right.
So I think nepotism is just somebody's father or mother giving them a chance because they have done it. So
Right.
I mean it. A lot of people might not like it. I
Right.
feel कोई भी parent अपने बच्चों के लिए करेगा.
For sure.
But yes, people who are struggling there, उनको upper hand नहीं मिल पाता है. It is what it is.
Right. No, I agree with your point. Like, nobody asks a businessman why you are giving chance to your son or daughter, right?
Yeah.
We have seen the top businessmen giving their son the big hand into the business industry and all, but nobody questions them. Everybody questions them, the people into the entertainment industry, right? But I think we have to overcome that. We have to work more on to the new skills on the peoples. We have to develop as a country. We have to develop as a box office, or I can say entertainment industry. We have to get into the next phase of our journey, right? So now we are coming to the next part of the podcast. Now you are shaping your career into the startup industry, right? So recently you have launched your startup, Pause for Greens. So tell me what it is and what's your vision with it? Like, what you really want to change with it?
Okay, so I've recently launched my brand for vegan dog food. It is called Pause for Greens. This happened after I became a pet parent.
Right.
So I come from an entertainment industry background, like you already know. But what happened was, just before the lockdown, that is by the end of 2019,
Right.
I accidentally became a pet parent. I have been an accident. I say this, I have been an accidental pet parent because during my childhood, I was not a dog person or anything. I was just neutral. I was not born as a dog lover कि बचपन से ही dog से बहुत प्यार है. But one fine day, somebody just gave this little fur ball to me to keep for 2 days. And then he never went back. That is how I became a pet parent. वो 2 दिन हमारे साथ था over a weekend. I remember it's 2019 December में. And while I was sitting in the car taking him back, he started staring right into my eyes. And I started crying. I was like, ये तो नहीं वापस जा सकता, शायद इसको पता है मैं इसको वापस छोड़ के आने वाले हैं, तो he just stayed. So that's my first kid, first dog. His name is Donut.
Okay.
So he stayed with me, and that's how I became a pet parent. So during my journey, and I've been always a vegetarian all my life, so keeping a dog firstly was new to me. Feeding a dog non-veg was absolutely it was a nightmare for me because I've never touched non-veg in my life.
Right.
And I knew nothing about pet parenting. So during my journey of 4 years, बहुत ज़्यादा research के बाद, hit and try के बाद, veterinary doctors से मिलने के बाद, I realized there is this gap in the pet industry,
Right.
which is about feeding vegetarian food to dogs.
Right.
Dogs are omnivorous just like humans.
Right.
They are not carnivorous. And आप dogs को vegetarian diet खिला सकते हो. उसमें कोई भी harm नहीं है. In fact, उनकी life और ज़्यादा अच्छी ही होती है. And that is when I started researching more about, कि क्या research papers हैं, क्या details हैं about vegan dog food.
Right.
And I met with the nutritionist and veterinary doctors and developed this brand called Pause for Greens, which is like completely vegan dog food and made from all human ingredients. Something that I would want to feed my own children.
Right.
I would never build something which I won't believe in.
Right.
And I believe in this, and I've created something जो मैं अपने बच्चों को भी खिला सकती हूँ.
Right.
So yeah.
So I mean, two different industry. One is entertainment industry, other is startup industry. Both are different. Both are totally different. Definitely there is a line of common thing between both of them. But how was your transition to get from entertainment to doing a startup? So just tell your transition into that.
This transition was not at all planned.
Okay.
Like I told you, like my being a pet parent was not planned. Same is this transition. It was not really planned.
Right.
After I did my show and a few other, photo shoots and all that,
Right.
it was in 2019, I told you, when just before the show got over, and after that I got my first pet. उसके कुछ महीनों बाद लॉकडाउन भी आ गया था, like beginning of 2020.
Right.
I think March or April something.
Right.
The industry was anyway not really functional that time. We were not allowed to gather in
Right.
large numbers. तो उस टाइम पे पेट भी आ गया था, लॉकडाउन भी आ गया था. I was going through I would say a certain change in my personal life. Things were changing for me personally and I had to deal with those as well.
Right.
बहुत सारी चीज़ें ना एक साथ अलाइन हो गई थी.
Right.
And then I thought probably it's the time I just focus on my kids right now. And धीरे धीरे वो obsession में बदल गया था.
Right.
कि I have to be taking care of my kids. I cannot leave them home alone now. क्योंकि इनका ध्यान कौन रखेगा? I don't want to lock them up in the house and all that.
Yes.
So lockdown plus my personal life, whatever was happening, plus becoming an accidental pet parent, and then I started researching about pets in this industry. This transition just happened, and I'll be very honest with you. यार अपना ना पता होना चाहिए कि it's the industry is not really easy to survive. आप 6 महीने काम कर रहे हो सकते हैं 1 साल तक आपके पास काम ना हो.
Right.
And you have to sustain.
Okay.
आप बॉम्बे में कैसे रहोगे? You have
Sure.
your rents, and now I have 2 kids to take care of, like
Sure.
my dogs. You have to build something, or you have to work towards something which is sustainable in the longer arc.
Right.
Like I said, I did not have a godfather or something. I did what I did on my own. Obviously, there are people who support you, but then again, I did whatever I did on my own in terms of giving auditions and cracking and everything, whatever. But then, there are few days when you just don't have work in the industry, and it happens with a lot of actors. It's not just my story, it's the story everywhere. आप शायद एक मूवी कर लोगे या एक शो कर लोगे, हो सकते हैं 6 महीने 1 साल तक आपके पास सच में काम ना हो, and you are again going through that process of auditioning again. पता नहीं कब crack होगा, पता नहीं कब next project मिलेगा. Obviously, after you reach a certain threshold, you become like the A-lister or something. उससे पहले तक this is what happens. Like it is a constant struggle to get
Right.
good work. There is work, but
Right.
आप हर तरीके का काम नहीं करना चाहते ना. There is
Right.
a certain kind of work that you would want to do.
Right.
So this was a practical aspect of all. I thought I want to work towards something which is mine,
Right.
which is in my control, which
Right.
is a sustainable thing.
Right.
And I've never been a person who would want to do a job or something. Like
Right.
nothing against it. I am somebody who wants every day to be a new day.
Right.
I cannot be in a repeat loop, to
Right.
be honest. मैं बोर हो जाती हूँ बहुत जल्दी चीज़ों से, इसलिए.
Right.
तो job is a very very secure option. But I did try it after college and internship जितने में भी मैं बोर हो गई थी. तो that is when this creative
Yeah.
field and now my own thing, because
Yeah.
every day is a new day. आपको नहीं पता होता कि कल कैसा होगा, नहीं पता. So I'm
Right.
okay with that. I'm okay with that uncertainty and having a new day every day. Like
Right.
I cannot be stuck in a repeat loop.
Right. Right.
So all these things combined, this transition just happened. like pet parenting, lockdown, want to build something sustainable of my own, and then some shit going in my personal life. Sorry for my language. So yes, that is how this transition happened.
Yeah, definitely. If there is some shits out there, definitely they get best out of it.
Yeah.
So now you are getting to the startup industry, so you will definitely see the new day every day, right?
Yeah.
So this is the best place for you. So because now you are getting into it, now you are starting out and all. Just tell us when you started out and what are the challenges in the starting just out, and then how you are seeing like it is going into the few months later. Like what's your plan into the few months later? Yeah.
So I started building my pet brand with some other pet products earlier. It was toys and accessories.
Right.
But obviously I had to change. I had to make a switch to something else which would be more meaningful, I would say. Something which is a gap in the industry. Just say toys or accessories, the market is flooded with toys and accessories for pets. But then when it comes to vegetarian food, there is a gap, there is a need, and I also believe in that concept.
Right.
So that is when I started building it. It's been like 1.5 years since I started researching about it, meeting the veterinary doctors and nutritionists, and finally building my own formula of this dog food, which is a complete nutritional diet for the dogs. So that is how it started, by identifying the gap and also believing in it, because I am all about vegetarianism, veganism. And I believe in the concept of live and let live. So that is what my religion also teaches me, because I'm a Jain. So that is like by default I'm a vegetarian. Anyway, and the challenge that I face and I still face is people have this notion that dogs are compulsive carnivores, like they're obligate carnivores. They have to be fed meat. They're omnivorous just like humans. They can be on meat and they can be on plants. दोनों चीजें आप dogs को खिला सकते हो. But this notion has been set कि dogs को meat के बिना होगा ही नहीं कुछ. उनकी health deteriorate हो जाए कुछ. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. Dogs are not wolves anymore. You have a dog here, you know कितना उसका physical activity. Hardly 1 hour 45 minutes से ज़्यादा वो walk नहीं करता होगा.
नहीं, less than that.
So they are not wolves. Wolves used to run in the forest for like 30 miles and hunt. These guys now sleep in our beds and on our couches. They are nothing like wolves now. And after 40,000 years of staying with humans, they have become more or less like humans only. Dogs can do really well on a plant-based diet. This is the biggest challenge that I'm facing, that इस इस नोशन को कैसे मैं लोगों तक पहुंचाऊं कि यार अगर आपको अपने डॉग को वेज फूड खिलाना है तो खिला सकते हो. आई एम नॉट ट्राइंग टू चेंज एनीबडीज बिलीफ. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही कि आप खुद अगर नॉन वेजिटेरियन हो तो वेजिटेरियन बन जाओ. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट. It is all about making conscious choices. If you believe in it and if you want to make a conscious choice to save the planet, to not kill another animal to feed somebody else. So yeah, it is all about making choices. This is the challenge I think that I would face, in fact, in the coming months also. कि इस चीज को मैं कैसे लोगों तक पहुंचाऊं. You have the choice of making the right choice. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है कि आपके डॉग नॉनवेज खाए बिना नहीं रह सकता. He can do really well on a plant-based diet also.
For sure. I mean, people have just made out their thoughts. They can't live on meat. They can't live on vegan food. They can't live without meat and all. But to be honest, if you really try to be really like feed them the vegan food, feed them the vegetarian food and all, they are not too much any harm for them, or they really like it, right? They really love it. So that's the best part. You are going into the right direction, getting to the getting the society the awareness that they really wanted out, right? So it's a very good journey. But yeah, definitely it will be a very big challenge you to change the mindset of the people that they have already created. So as you said, now you are fully transitioning into building Pause for Greens. So you just recently launched. How was the initial traction like? How people really like it, and what's their feedback about that?
To be honest, it's been just not even a week. It's been 6 days. We launched it on 3rd of this month. And it's been 6 days. And the response have been good in terms of they feel that I'm doing it for a cause. I'm
Right.
supporting a cause
Right.
which people believe in.
Right.
As far as the sales is concerned, obviously
Hmm.
it will take time.
Right.
But I have
Definitely.
really got a very, very
Mhm.
positive feedback from
Mhm.
people about it. They were like,
Yeah.
we were waiting for something like this because
Definitely.
we ourselves are vegetarians and it becomes very difficult for us to
Mhm.
feed non-veg to dogs. But there's nothing of this sort in India.
Mhm.
Although in the international markets, there are a lot of options that are available
Mhm.
and people are actually feeding vegan dog food to their pets in the international market. And there are a lot of brands that are doing really great. But in
Mhm.
India, this part was missing. Like,
Mhm.
even if there is a flavor, a
Mhm.
vegetarian flavor, something, those brands are not marketing them
Mhm.
because that is not their main flavor. The main
Mhm.
flavor is chicken or lamb or whatever.
Right.
As a whole, a brand which is completely vegan and is only focusing on veganism and sustainability, there's no such brand as such.
Right.
So I got really, really positive response from
Mhm.
people that way. That they are really excited about this. They can feed vegan treats to their dogs.
Right.
They're all made from fruits and vegetables. And yes, as far as sales is concerned, of course, it's gonna take time. It's
Yeah.
just been 6 days. I
Yeah,
can't really say anything
definitely.
about it.
I mean, for Quick Deal, it takes like more than a couple of months, like almost a year or more than that. Like
You don't know.
you don't know. Like, but what you have to be stuck on it. So be persistent. Like just doing it, and
Absolutely.
someday like everything will fall into your place. So now, okay, we have seen the Palak from the entertainment industry and the Palak from the startup industry. So we would be able to see Palak into the entertainment industry again, or she's fully transitioned?
I don't think that would happen anytime
Okay.
soon. I don't really think about going back because I'm 100% committed to building my own thing.
Okay.
Although I keep doing shoots for people who I know
Ah.
personally, like friends or some designer label that I know
Right.
personally or somebody I've worked with in the
Mhm.
past and
Mhm.
really wants me. Just that. Otherwise, it's all about my brand right now and creating that awareness and identity and building it strong. So
Okay.
yes.
So a lot of people will will be sad after listening this.
Not really. I keep making reels. I really hated making reels.
Okay.
Sitting in front of the phone and talking.
Yeah.
I was not about making reels. I mean, if
Yeah.
somebody can hold the phone for
Mhm.
me and can ask me,
Mhm.
I love the camera.
Yeah.
But sitting alone in a room in front of your phone and just talking, I never really enjoyed it. But I know how important it is in today's generation. Without reels, even if your product is like top notch, it's not going to reach people. If
Yeah.
you want your product to reach people, you have to make reels. So people will keep seeing me in the reels.
Yeah.
Probably I'll be more active on Instagram that way. Yeah.
Definitely. I have seen your story where you were just holding your camera,
It
mobile
is-
phone. Yeah.
It seems like a very Gen Z thing to me. I
Yeah.
feel I'm too old for it.
I think millennials started the era of selfies and all. We are just carrying forward with in the video form.
Maybe, but it comes very naturally to Gen Zs because
Yeah.
I feel they're born in the era of reels.
Okay.
Like for millennials, it was a transition from wo button wala phone to a
Right.
smartphone to a reel.
Right.
So millennials have seen a different pattern altogether,
Right.
Yeah.
But okay, I mean, definitely talking about more about Pause for Green. Tell me one thing, like you are a very big animal lover, right?
Yeah.
You really want to change the world. But changing the world and making a profitable business is two things,
Yes.
right? How do you see like how you will be solving this problem for your business? Like how you're gonna do that?
So as you rightly said, there is
Mhm.
one thing creating a business, and
Right.
there's another thing doing your bit on the social scale,
Right.
like as a social responsibility. So so I've not shared it anywhere on the Instagram yet,
Okay.
but me along with one another girl, we have created a small shelter sort of for dogs,
Okay.
and it's a very small place that we have taken. It is just like 4 rooms
Okay.
in one of the horse stables. Somebody gave us a space, and we have built it.
Right.
And it went functional like last month ही वो पूरा
Mhm.
functional हुआ था.
Mhm.
So this is like my starting point
Mhm.
of doing a bit for the
Mhm.
animals in need.
Right.
This is from my own savings that I've built this shelter along with this girl,
Right.
and we have named it Someday. It's called Someday because we feel someday people will be more sensitive towards animals.
Definitely.
And like you said about contributing my bit to my animal love or the animals on the streets or whatever. This is like a retirement plan or a long-term plan that I have to build an NGO where I can serve these animals in need, where they can get shelter, food, a safe space, and even through my brand, I would want to impart that kind of education or let people know that you have to be sensitive enough towards all life forms. It's not just about humans. There's so many other life forms around you. Just be sensitive, and once you become sensitive towards them, you understand यार वो भी lives हैं, and just treat them with that love and compassion. आप उनको इतना cruelly मत treat करो. Don't inflict unnecessary pain into them. And people to ask me कि आप dogs को क्यों vegetarian खिलाना चाहते हो? This is against their all this thing. So firstly, I just want to tell people आप शेर को घास नहीं खिला सकते. I understand. A lion is a carnivorous. He has to survive on meat, but dog is not. तो जहाँ पे animal killing को रोका जा सकता है, unnecessarily मार के ना खुद खाओ ना किसी को खिलाओ. This is what I want to just, this is a message that I want to give through my brand. And the other thing is developing my own NGO, which on my own little scale or level I've already started. Like I told you, we built a 4-room thing, a shelter kind of thing for the animals who have met with an accident or an emergency, discard kar diya gaya unko. They're not getting a space. We have, I'm doing what I can do in my capacity right now. But as the brand grows, as the profits grow, I would definitely want a big part of that profit to be used towards building my own NGO. I would want to do that. And till I am not able to build my own NGO, I also keep donating in a lot of... obviously, it's on a very, very small level, like from my own savings or something. But wherever I feel, I do it.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, whenever I go out, I have seen a lot of stray dogs out there facing some problems out there. I really want to help them. A lot of people have faced the same kind of situation. But we really don't know what to do at that time.
Yeah.
Please guide us what to do, what contribution we can do. Because one thing is like dogs are also a little dangerous to us, right? A little dangerous. Mostly in the stray category, right? You don't know what's their mindset at that particular time when you are touching them. So how we should help them and how we should also save ourselves, right?
So firstly, I would like to mention that what you said about strays being dangerous, it is not nothing like that. Firstly, a stray would become aggressive only when a human has literally tortured him. या तो उसके बच्चों को मार देते हैं या एक्सीडेंट में उसकी फैमिली मर गई होती है या पत्थर से उसको मारते हैं. तो जब भी किसी ह्यूमन के थ्रू एक एनिमल के ऊपर अत्याचार हुआ होता है, वो एनिमल ऑटोमेटिकली अपने डिफेंस में अग्रेसिव हो जाता है. बाय डिफॉल्ट नो डॉग इज अग्रेसिव. मतलब जबरदस्ती एक डॉग एक ह्यूमन को नहीं काटेगा अनलेस एंड अंटिल ही हैज हैड अ वेरी बैड एक्सपीरियंस विद ह्यूमंस, बिकॉज दे टेक देयर किड्स अवे. एक्सीडेंट में गाड़ी चला दी उनके ऊपर, पैर तोड़ दिया, पत्थर से मार दिया, लात मार दी. लाइक these are all stupid things we humans do, and then we expect कि हमारे साथ वो ढंग से behave करें. It is not possible. Firstly, secondly, what you can do is don't directly touch the stray, because आपको sense करना होता है दूर से कि वो उसका mindset क्या है. If the dog is staring at you and not wagging his tail, don't try and touch him.
Okay, that's
because
one thing.
the tail has to wag. If the dog is wagging his tail, it means कि वो acceptable end पे है. धीरे धीरे आप पास जाओ. If you want to feed the dog, धीरे से उसके सामने रख दो. अगर tail wag होना शुरू हो रहा है, इसका मतलब that dog trusts you. But if he is staring right into your eyes और एकदम उसकी tail बिल्कुल सीधा है, कोई movement नहीं दिखा रहा है, don't try touching that dog. Probably he doesn't trust you still. वो ट्रस्ट आपको डेवलप करना पड़ता है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल रोज आप किसी एक डॉग को खाना खिलाओगे ना, वो आपको ऑटोमेटिकली ट्रस्ट करने लगेगा. एक दिन उसकी टेल अपने आप वैग होने लगेगी, एक दिन वो खुद ही खुश हो जाएगा आपको देख के. तो वो आपको ट्रस्ट बिल्ड करना पड़ता है, बिकॉज दीज एनिमल्स हैव हैड अ वेरी वेरी रफ लाइफ ऑन द स्ट्रीट्स. डोंट एक्सपेक्ट देम टू बी फ्रेंडली विद एवरी ह्यूमन, बिकॉज ह्यूमंस डोंट ट्रीट देम in a very good way.
Right.
So yeah.
I don't know this part will be on the podcast or not, but
that's okay.
No, after that, this one.
अच्छा, okay.
जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ.
Okay.
So I had an experience a few days back. Shiro was get out from the house, and Ayush was going to some conference and all. So उसने gate खोल लिया था, and Shiro went out. ठीक है, I have like कहाँ गया. I went down and downstairs and all road पे ढूंढा other colonies में. So I found him with another dog. ठीक है. So he was there. फिर मैं I get him to कि इसे लेने गया मैं. And then suddenly when I was taking him back, a stray dog just bite me. ठीक है. And then what I can do really, like उस time पे बस मैंने छोड़ाया और आ गया है ना. But at that time what अगर if you were into my situation, what you have done it, because okay, I mean definitely that was a very, I mean बहुत ही ऐसा आने वाला सिचुएशन था कि हाँ मुझे उस टाइम पे और कुछ एक्शन लेने का समझ नहीं आया. जस्ट आई जस्ट वांट टू गेट द शीरो बैक. सो इफ यू वर इनटू माय पोजीशन, व्हाट यू हैव डन इट. सो
आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि जब आप जो शीरो दूसरा डॉग थे वो लाइक फ्रेंडली भी थी, लड़ रहे थे. नो
आई मीन शीरो वाज सर्चिंग फॉर समथिंग एंड ही वाज अराउंड.
Another dog was around.
Yeah.
So when you were just going to get Shiro, this another dog bit you out of nowhere.
No, not me, but Shiro.
Because
and when I get Shiro out there, then he also bites me.
Okay. So you know what happens is mostly stray dogs, they are not very friendly with pet dogs. वो नहीं होते, वो insecure हो जाते हैं उनको लेके. It happens.
Right.
Also, like I told you, probably he doesn't have a very good experience with humans. Had I been in your situation, firstly, my dogs are very little. I understand कि हो सकता है कोई stray उन पे अटैक कर दे, कोई street dog, क्योंकि कर सकता है, क्योंकि मेरे dogs खुद बहुत शैतान है. They bark on every dog. I would never let them loose because I understand a street animal might not accept a pet dog because they feel they don't belong to their community or something. और बाकी आपस में stray dogs में भी एरिया को लेके rivalry होती रहती है because सबका एरिया सेट होता है. तो when it comes to a pet dog, probably they feel he's a danger and intruding his territory.
Right.
They would attack.
Okay.
So the first thing is don't let your pet out without a leash or something because a street animal might not accept him because it is his territory probably.
Right.
Secondly, if he bit you, it is again out of because उसको danger feel हुआ, उसको लगा कि यार ये लोग शायद मेरे को भगा देंगे इस territory से. कुछ भी हो सकता है animal के दिमाग में. See, I am not a professional. This is from my personal experience that I am telling you. Touch wood, I have never had any bad experience with the strays. Even with my dogs for that matter, क्योंकि पहली बात तो वो इतने छोटे में उनको loose छोड़ती नहीं. You should not leave your pet dog loose at all because that is, they sense as if they're harmful. मतलब एक street animal उनको as a harmful dog के जैसे treat करेगा कि उनकी territory में intrude हो रहा है. और if obviously as you are bitten by a street dog or your dog is bitten by a street dog, you have to go to a veterinary doctor and a human doctor to get the vaccination. That is like the first thing.
That I have done it. उसके बाद की भी story है, but we will cover it after podcast. उसमें बताऊंगा आपको. So I mean definitely you also faced a lot of self doubt है ना, मतलब like starting from entertainment, silver screen and all, now a startup में भी, now you have faced that and you will also face that. ठीक है. How you deal with self doubts?
Self doubt is, I think, a part of growing as a person. That is what I feel. When you are growing, there will always be doubts. For example, now that I'm doing my own business, there is a doubt: am I doing the right thing? और जो मैं कर रही हूँ, is it leading somewhere? I feel doubt is okay because then you are questioning yourself that is it your 100% that you're giving or there is something else that you can do. Take that self-doubt as something that pushes you to do even better. Obviously, there'll be days that will be too low. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Just don't work that day. That is what I do sometimes, you know. Right. When I'm over-occupied mentally, there is like 100 things going and I'm like shit scared that how am I going to go through all this? क्या मैं कर भी पाऊंगी कि नहीं? Am I even meant for it?
Right.
I just don't do anything, at least for few hours. Obviously, if there is something, it's an emergency, it has to be done, it has to be done. No questions asked about that. But if there is something which is not an emergency, relax, just meet your friends, Netflix and chill. It is okay. It is, you are human. You are not a robot. You're not a machine. It is okay to feel an avalanche of emotions every day.
Right.
And then you have your personal emotions going on. Then as a person, there is a character to you. Like for me, it is overthinking. I
Right.
feel that is a blind spot, I would say, in my nature that has to be resolved. I
Yeah.
overthink about every little thing.
Yeah.
So I think firstly, know yourself, your weaknesses, your strengths.
Right.
Treat yourself very. Don't be harsh on yourself.
Right.
It is okay.
Right.
It is okay to have self-doubts. That's a part
Right.
and parcel of any journey, I would say. Like, I don't think even the biggest of people who have achieved success have never gone through self-doubt. They have. But you have to take that leap of faith. You have to keep believing in yourself that if you have embarked on certain journey,
Right.
you chose it. Like I
Right.
told you, I own all my good things and bad things, good decisions and bad decisions. You have to own all your decisions.
Right.
I own it. It is my decision. Now it is my journey.
Okay.
So that is how it is.
Yeah, definitely. Like when you have chosen something, the self-doubt will be always there.
Yes.
But how you overcome that, that's the best part. Like you have to, I mean, one thing is pretty common into the whole conversation, be persistent, right? When you are being...
And don't be harsh on yourself. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
अगर कुछ नहीं हो पा रहा, मत करो ना उस time.
Definitely.
कोई बात नहीं.
For sure, for sure. Now, I have a question. So now there is a change from silver screen to OTT, right? And now people are saying silver screen is dying. I have grown up seeing like serials with my mom, from starting from ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है, बालिका वधू, तारक मेहता का उल्टा चश्मा, and so on, right? And now my mother also don't see it, right? She's also onto the mobile phone. She also sees web series, movies, and all, but not more any silver screen shows and all. So, do you see like it is dying, or is there any hope it can be recovered?
I don't know. I would not say it's dying, but I would say there is a lot of scope of revival in terms of content.
How?
अब हमारे मम्मी पापा और हम जब बड़े हो रहे थे, हम जिस तरह का कंटेंट देखते थे, today's generation would not want to watch that because you need to be able to relate to that generation. अगर उस पे अभी भी वही सास बहू ड्रामा चल रहा है, the younger generation would not relate to it. उस टाइम पे वो आया था, it was a boom. Obviously we all watched it while growing up, but now after OTT there is such amazing content जो आपके mindset से match भी करता है. You know, all these amazing international shows that you watch, probably Indian audience is not still adapted to that international level, but अगर आपको generation को meet करना है ना, there have to be shows that reflect our ideology. They cannot be the same saas bahu drama anymore. I won't say it has died because अभी भी एक बहुत बड़े tier 2 cities में बोल लो या फिर you know, places like Agra and smaller towns, there is a whole audience for it. People love watching those kind of shows, but I feel the TV should also cater to a younger generation that way. You know?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So, can we see like on a TV, like a creator will be coming out on the TVs and all? So, do you see like it will be going to happen to revival of this, or is this a good way that TVs can revive by taking creators on the TV, being attached with the Gen Zs and what the newer generation really want to see? So, will it be possible?
See, when I'm talking about being relatable to the Gen Z, it doesn't mean you bring reels sort of Instagram on TV. That's not possible.
Right.
Then the older generation won't be able to relate to it.
Right.
It has to evolve in a way that it can cater to the maximum audience. That is what I'm saying. I'm saying it should not just be the same repetitive content in every show that, you know, koi षड्यंत्र रच रहा है and there is saas, there is bahu. There are a lot of shows that have come up now which are targeting social concepts also. It is not like TV is dying or something that I would feel. We don't watch TV regularly, probably considering इतना time भी नहीं होता कि बैठ के TV देखें या कुछ भी. But I feel there are a lot of shows that are coming up जो history based हैं, जो mythology based हैं, जो social issue based हैं. बहुत सारे shows हैं, सास बहू से बाहर आ रहे हैं, But I think there's a lot of scope to make it, the content even stronger. That is what I feel. But you cannot make a hardcore Instagram Gen Z concept.
Yeah.
No, that won't work on TV.
So we won't be able to see reels on TV.
No, I don't think that would work.
Okay. So Palak, I mean, it was great to having you on the show. Lovely to have you. Do you have any advice for the younger generation getting into the industry, starting from the entertainment industry? And yeah, just tell about that. Like, if you have any advice for that.
The last piece of advice that I have is just believe in yourself and do what you want to do. You just have one life. Please don't follow the mad race. Don't be scared to take that leap of faith. Because I know there's so many people who want to do something, but they're stuck in that race only because they're scared. They feel, hum kaise karenge ye? This is something which probably their family has not seen, or their friends are not doing, or they come from a very humble background in terms they do not have that kind of finances, or whatever the reason be. I would say if you want to do something, just do it. This is the right time.